All right, welcome back to Mr. Andi channel, guys. Now, how are you there? By the way, I hope that you are okay in over there and keep healthy, guys, and take care of yourself, okay? Because nowadays that coronavirus is still like happening nowadays, and take care and you have to be aware about this one. I hope that everything is gonna be okay. All right, so for today, we're going to learn about our new topic for English grade 10. Okay, so as you can see, this one in here, we are going to learn about narrative text. Okay, have you ever learned about narrative text before? Yes, I think so. You have learned about this. I think probably you have learned in this topic when you were junior high school, right? Yes, junior high school. Everybody in here who knows what is narrative text, raise your hand, please. Oh, all right. I think that most of you know about this one, right? Okay then. So for this lesson, we I'm gonna explain first about our table, our contents. Yeah. First, you will know about definition of narrative text, types of narrative text, generic structure, language features, and also the example. We are going to discuss all of these in our new lessons and our online class. Okay. So before that one, according to you, what is narrative text? Narrative. Yeah, narrative. So the definition. Let's take a look about the definition. According to Abismra, oh, this one, Abisamra, yeah, I'm sorry, Abisamra, in 1979 states that narrative text is a kind of written text, okay, that tells a story. Remember, written text that tells a story. It has character, setting, and action. Do you know what is character, by the way? Character means that to describe someone, okay, probably he is bad, good, like antagonist, protagonist, like that, okay. And the setting in here, like the place where or when, we can say where and when the story happened, okay. And then the action in here, what's happening in that story, okay. And then narrative text also is the story can be imaginary means that your imagination or based on the real incident, okay. Your imagination or based on a real incident, okay. So imagination in here, you create your own story uh based on your imagination, okay. And also a narrative always deals with some problem which lead to the climax, okay. I mean the climax, okay. So in here, climax means that there is a problem, the problem that you can solve in the end of the story, okay. And then turn of the solution to the problem, okay. So these are the definition of the narrative text. Remember, there's a character, setting, and action, and it is about your imagination story, or probably it can based on your real incident, right? Why not? Okay, so let's go next. Okay, the social function. The social function means in here the purpose why we have to learn about narrative text. According to Blake 2002, he said that we learn narrative text is like to create a sense of shared human experience, a sense of shared human experience. And then the second one, we learn this one because we want to amuse or entertain the reader or the listener. Okay, we want to, based on our story, your imagination story, the reader, or we can say the listener, can entertain. Okay, can be entertained. Okay, next, the number three, uh, it can we can say helping the reader discover values of life or many options in our life. So after you write, okay, after the writer make the story, there will be the moral value in that story that the reader, the listener can learn from that story. Okay? All right. So let's go next. Oh, any question about this one, guys? No? All right. If you don't have any question, that's good. But if you have, just let me know. All right. Next. Now we are going to the example. Yeah, probably now in here, guys, you know Cinderella, right? Do you know Cinderella? Is that a new story for you? No. Or probably in your life is like Cinderella. Probably, right? Yeah. Okay. So, back to the laptop, by the way. Example of narrative text. Example first is a very story. Do you know what is very story? Yeah, it's like Cinderella. There will be a prince come to the princess and say, "I love you so much," like that. Okay, who's here already experienced like that? No way, right? That's only in your imagination. If yes, that's good, right? That's good. You're so lucky. Okay, yes, very story. And then the second one, the example is the mystery. Mystery in here, like, we can say there is a problem, a murderer who kills somebody and then make some clues. So yeah, based on the imagination. Okay, and then the next one also narrative text. It's your personal experience, your personal. Remember, the definition of narrative text is not only about imaginary but also based on your true event. Okay, next, it's also about the legend stories. Romance. Oh, romance. By the way, guys, if you are maybe, I'm going to ask you, Romeo and Juliet. Is that narrative text? What do you think? Is that a legend or what? Or is that a, yeah? Okay. Please let me know. Romeo and Juliet. Is that a romance or a legend story? Let me know, okay? And then fantasy. Do you know fantasy, right? Yeah, it's like it's the same thing with your imagination. Yeah. So in here, fantasy, probably guys, you have watched a movie from is that Fantasy Ellen? Do you know that movie? Is yeah, that's one of the example of narrative text, Fantasy Island. Uh, why is it called Fantasy Island? Because all of the story, all of the character, all of the setting is made based on the imagination. By the way, don't watch Fantasy Island. I don't like that movie so much. Really, it's really messy. I don't like that, and make your brain like blow up sometimes because it's very complicated thing. Yeah, yeah, that's why that's called fantasy. All right. Do you have any question about this example? No? Okay. So probably maybe you can think what's the difference between very story, mystery, until fantasy, guys. Okay? All right. Can I go next? Yes. All right. Let's go next. So when you write about your narrative text, remember, yeah, remember, there is a generic structure. Structure in here can help you how you can write your narrative text, right? Yeah. First, you have to know about the orientation. Orientation in here is the first, is the beginning of your paragraph. Okay, paragraph is the beginning. Remember, beginning. It means that in the first, don't put it in the last or in the middle. Okay, when you write that one in your orientation part, you have to introduce your participant. Yeah, you have to inform. Sorry. Wait a minute. What is that? Ah, yeah, this one. You have to introduce your participant and you have to inform the time and the place. Yeah, you know, in here, the time is like once upon a time, there's a beautiful princess called, probably we can say, Alia. Yeah, beautiful princess Alia who really beautiful in the village, and all of the men falling in love to her, right? Yeah, that's one of the example. I have put it the time and the place, the time in there once upon a time, and then the place in the village, right? Yeah, that's one of the example of the orientation. Okay, next. Complication. Yeah, from the name, we know that it's complication. Complication means like it's a little bit complicated. Okay, complication in here describe about uh your crisis story. It means in here the problem, yeah, the climax, yeah, the problem and the climax. How you can like there's a problem in the story, or you know that uh we can take example from Cinderella. Okay, Cinderella story. A Cinderella story, you know that there is a problem that uh, her stepmom really hate her so much, right? And yeah, maybe that's one of the problem. And Cinderella went to the uh, we can say party that invited by the prince, and suddenly at 12 in the midnight she ran away, and her high heels one of the her high heels left behind, and then yeah, something like that, guys. Yeah, that's one of the example of the problem in here. Okay, so when you have complication, remember, yeah, just remember this one. A complication, a problem is not only one. Probably you can put some of the problem is in there, some of the problem, not only one problem but also some of the, yeah, you can put problem one, problem two, problem three. Probably that you want to create the story with a lot of problems, it's okay. It's okay. Okay. The important thing, after you put the problems, don't forget you have to make the resolution. Resolution in here means that there's a solving, yeah, a problem solving. Yeah. How you can solve the problem, yeah, in the complication. Yeah, probably that make something new. There's a hero that really help the princess or something else. Yeah, yeah. Remember, better you make the resolution better or worse. It's okay. It depends on you. But remember, the readers can read that one. If you make a better resolution, that's good for the readers. Probably the readers will like your story. But if you put your worst resolution in your story, probably the readers or the listeners really hate your story. Because you know that sometimes like there is a story really not connected each other with the problem and the resolution, right? Yeah. uh as like my experience, if the reader read like that, like me, I really hate that story so much, really. How come? Come on, you have to solve this problem, right? Yeah, you have to know about that. You can put the better resolution or even the worst resolution. Okay, then. So, and the next one, this is reorientation. In here, this is optional, guys. Reorientation means that you can put it, you can write or not. Okay. So in here means reorientation. You write the moral value in the story, what you can learn, what you can get from that story. Okay, so that you tell the readers, okay, this story has the moral value for the reader, blah 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 blah. Yeah, it depends on you. That's optional. It's not a must. Okay? Okay, do you have any question about genre structure in here, guys? Nope. If you don't have, all right then. Let's go. Okay, so as you know that narrative text, it's very important to pay attention for the language features, the linguistic features. Yeah, you know that what is linguistic, right? Is learn about the language, what kind of the things that you have to write, kind of the things you have to put in your writing, in your narrative text. Okay, first in here you have to use the first of the third person. For example, I, we, she, it, they. Yeah, this is for the to show about the actor. You can use I, or if you use I, means that you create your own story, right? Yeah. If you use she, it, or Cinderella, you create the other name, okay, not your story. Probably you use another terms of the actor to make your imagination story. Okay, that's about this one. Next, after that, you write about your connective words. Don't forget to use connective words in here, like uh we can say to connect, to connect from one paragraph to another paragraph. Yeah, you use first, after, before, next, finally, later, and the end, and etc. Yeah. Probably, guys, you can search what kind of connecting words on internet. Yeah. Next, after that, you have to know in your story there will be adverb. Adverb in here like time, place, manner. Time in here like, yeah, you know time, right? When the story happened. Okay, the place where the story happened. Manner is like the way that the we can say wait a minute. Okay, the actor do something. Yeah, like slowly, faster, he ran faster. Probably you can say that in your story. Okay, and then in here, conjunction. We have learned about conjunction. Is about time conjunction in here. You can use when, this is then, this is then actually. Then, suddenly, and etc. And you can use adjective. Yeah, because you know that in the narrative text there is a character. You have to use adjective to describe someone in your story. Okay? And action verbs. Action verbs in here means that how the people, how the character do something. Yeah, like probably we can say uh killed, loved, maybe, yeah, some maybe you can say kiss. Oh, it depends on your story, by the way. Okay, next, about, but remember, all of your story, yeah, all of your written, you have to write in the past tense. Yeah, your text, you have to write it in the past tense. Past tense, we have learned about past tense, right? Past tense meaning here, you talk about past event. Yeah, don't talk about today. Don't talk about in the future. You talk in the past. Already over. Yeah, already over. Okay. Past tense in here, you use simple past tense, use verb to. Maybe you can use irregular or regular one. It depends on you. Yeah, you can use irregular or regular using ed or transform another form. Okay, all right then. Do you have any question about language feature, guys, in here? No. All right, if you don't have, okay, let's go to the another slide. Okay, let's take a look about this example. I'm gonna take my pen in here, guys. Maybe I can use the red one. Yes. Okay. You know that this story always has the title. This is the title. Okay. The title is The Rabbit and the Turtle. Have you ever known about this story, guys? I'm gonna write here in here. This is title. Yeah, title. Yeah. The Rabbit and the Turtle. So let's determine the generic structure. This one, you know that this one is the orient orientation. Yeah, orientation. Why? Because this one is introduce the story, right? Introduce the story, introduce the character, how fast he could run, right? Yes. And after that, this is about the complete. What is the second part? Complication, right? Complication. Is complication means in here about your problem, what's happening in the story. Okay. Okay. So remember, uh, yeah, complication about the problem. And after you put the complication, don't forget to write about your resolution. Resolution in here means that how the story solve the problem. Okay? Yeah. Let's take a look. Now, after we have uh, determined about the generic structure, now let's take a look about the language features. First, they use like the first and the third person, like he in here. Okay, and also use what else, guys? Simple past tense. This one. What else? This one. This one. Okay. After that, don't forget there is uh what conjunction. Is there any conjunction here, guys? Uh, Wait a minute. Yeah. All of this time. This is the time. Okay. And yeah, you can maybe, guys, you can determine by yourself. Just let me know. Okay. All right. So, yeah, this is gonna be the one of the example of the narrative text. Please let me know if you have any question, guys. Okay. Remember that you have to put orientation, complication, and resolution. In here, they don't put the orientation. There is no. They don't put. This is like explicit. Yeah, explicit. Yeah. They don't directly put the moral value in here, but you know what is the moral value, okay, in this story. All right, then, do you have any question, guys? Okay, so we have discussed, all right, probably that you can read this one for 5 minutes, probably. Yeah, 5 minutes. I will let you go to read. All right, I think that you can pause this one. Okay, so let's go next. So, yeah, after you have known about the narrative text, please do this one, guys. Writing section. Yay! This is my favorite part. Okay, then. So, please do your writing section in here. Please write your own narrative text into the 4 or 5 paragraphs. More than it's okay. Consists of the 6 sentences per paragraph. Don't forget to determine the generic structures. Okay, determine the generic structure like orientation, complication, and resolution. Okay, after that, yeah, you retell the story without the text in the and record yourself when telling your own story. Okay, all right. So first, this one, guys. This is for your homework. Okay, first do this one, and then after that, next week you're going to do this one. Yeah. Okay. All right then. And after that, this is your additional task. Read the pathways 1A. Read page 45 and 46 in reading and writing parts with the title The Story of Us. Please to page 47 part B and C and D. Okay. All right. Any questions? Just let me know if you have any question. Okay, please post some discussion in our Google Classroom. Okay. Yes. So for your narrative text, probably guys, nowadays like happening is coronavirus, right? Maybe you can make your story about coronavirus. It will be interesting, right? Maybe you can. There's a hero. Da, 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 make a medicine to clean. Yeah, to heal the world for a better place. You say that. Yeah, make your something different, guys. Yeah, think out of the box. Yeah, make your own story. Next. Yeah, after that, please upload your answer on Google Classroom. Submit the story before March 30. Yeah, March 30. Submit the video before April 1st. Okay, so there will be two things that you have to do. Okay, first the story, then the second your storytelling. Okay, don't forget to recheck your answer and rename your name file with your name and the class. Example Andy 10 IPA. Okay, so if you don't have it, if you don't have any question, thank you so much for your attention, guys. Don't forget, let me know. Email your questions or something else, or maybe you don't need to email. Just give some discussion in our Google Classroom. Okay. All right then. So that's all for today about our topic, about our narrative text. Remember, narrative text is about your imagination, your imaginary story, or probably it based on your own experience. Okay. Don't forget, write your story. Use simple past tense. Verb 2, not verb 3, not verb 1. Okay? Alright. Thank you so much guys for your attention. Don't forget to subscribe my channel, okay? I hope that you can subscribe my channel guys, okay? I really need your support. This is one of the things that I should do because of this coronavirus, okay? Thank you so much guys. Keep healthy and see you next week. Bye bye. Take care and keep healthy. Love you guys.